Let's step back in time and picture Spain over 1,000 years ago. It wasn't the Spain we know today, but a land that had just witnessed the arrival of Muslims from North Africa in the early 8th century. They crossed the Strait of Gibraltar, and within a short span, the Umayyad dynasty established control over large parts of the Iberian Peninsula, giving birth to a civilization we call Al-Andalus. And what makes this story so fascinating is not just the battles that were fought, but the incredible society that flourished there. Cities like Cordoba, Granada, and Seville became centers of learning, where libraries held hundreds of thousands of books at a time when much of Europe was struggling in the so-called Dark Ages. Scholars studied astronomy, medicine, philosophy, and mathematics, translating works of the Greeks and building upon them. Architects designed breathtaking palaces like the Alhambra and mosques such as the Great Mosque of Cordoba that still leave visitors speechless today. And it wasn't just about science or art, it was about coexistence too, because for centuries Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived together in what's often described as a golden age of tolerance, exchanging ideas and enriching one another's cultures. But like every empire, cracks eventually appeared. Political rivalries broke the unity of Al-Andalus into smaller kingdoms called taifas, which made them vulnerable to Christian kingdoms in the north. Slowly but steadily, through wars known as the Reconquista, territory was lost. One by one, Muslim strongholds fell, until finally, in 1492, the Kingdom of Granada, ruled by the last Muslim ruler, Boabdil, surrendered to Ferdinand and Isabella. That moment marked the end of nearly 800 years of Muslim presence in Spain, and yet that moment wasn't just the fall of a kingdom. It was the closing of a chapter in history that had shaped Europe's intellectual and cultural growth. Much of the knowledge preserved and expanded in Al-Andalus would later fuel the European Renaissance. So when we think of the rise and fall of Muslims in Spain, we're not just remembering a political story of conquests and defeats. We're remembering a reminder of how ideas, tolerance, and cultural exchange can create something extraordinary, and how division and rivalry can bring even the greatest civilizations to an end.